Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to the video. This is Fishman Vlog number 90, and for the first time in quite a while, I actually have some new acquisitions in the fish room. But before I get to those, I wanted to show you these two because, well, for the last week and a half, they've been in the back there in that terracotta flower tray, and I had thought had laid eggs, but this morning they were out, and they're fine. They're happy with each other. They're displaying to each other, but I don't think there's any eggs just yet, so we'll have to wait and see on that. So this is the first of the new things that I've acquired. I picked up 6 red crystal shrimp, and they're in pretty good shape. And if you're wondering why they're here in this bin instead of in an aquarium, it's because I have an awful lot of red cherry shrimp. Well, they're not red anymore, but they started off red. And they are pretty much everywhere, so I need to get an aquarium ready that doesn't have any of them in it, so they have their own tank. So that'll probably be about another few days. I picked up 6 platies of 2 different kinds, red tuxedos and something they called blue coral, I think. Anyway, they're just lovely fish. They're healthy. And I'm going to quarantine them for a while, as you can see, and then I'm going to introduce them into my gene pool so I can, make sure they don't get too inbred. And this is something I haven't kept in decades. I can't actually remember the last time. Almost everything I keep is designed for, clients' tanks, and I actually had some in a client's tank once. And put them in because I'm not sure if they want. Like I said, I don't really remember because it was a long time ago. I'm not sure if they wanted it or I liked the look of them. But I never saw them ever again until I had to take the tank down to move it. And lo and behold, there they were. So they're not. These are just for me. I'm gonna grow them out and just have them for my own purposes. I've heard recently that some people have been breeding them, so I thought I might give that a try. So we'll see how that goes. These are, well, the first batch of zebra danny fry. There's a couple dozen in here, I think. They're way too small to count, so I have no idea. But they're doing well. I'm feeding them on mostly paramecia and, of course, green water, as you can see here. But I'm also adding in vinegar eels, so they should grow relatively quickly. They're a much faster grower than the Bosmani rainbows I've been growing out. I think I'm going to probably just put those into a client's tank, and I'm going to switch over to breeding slightly faster growers. A fair amount of these guys, but also I want to breed and grow some Colombian Tetras as well. They're finally getting to a size now where they're going to breed, so I'm going to start working on that soon. So what I've done with the adults, there's only one pair I put in there to produce that many eggs. What I've done is I've separated the males. I put the males in this tank and the females next door. So I'm going to, for about a week, I'm going to fatten them up, and then I'm going to put them all into one aquarium with a lot of Java moss, and hopefully I'll get a whole pile of them. I don't want to overwhelm my live food culturing, but we'll see how it goes. This is the pearlweed I put in here, and I put an exact same amount of pearlweed in this tank as I put in this tank. And as you can see, there's quite a difference between the two because goldfish are just terrible on plants. The mass difference is just amazing. These goldfish are going out to a client soon, and then I will divide the one on the left, and we'll get them both growing again. So this is what I've been feeding the zebra danny fry. And if you look closely, mostly on the left side of the jar near the top, there's a cloud there. That cloud is a cloud of paramecia, and you can see there's also a bunch of cyclopses in there. It is doing really well. I have yet to get the tank set up for this thriving as well. As you can see here, it's just gone green. I've used the microscope and I've checked it out, but for the most part, there's paramecia, of course, in there, and there are cyclopses, but I can't get the Daphnia to take off. So there's a tank just to the right of this. I'm going to set it up, and instead of having a filter in it, I'm just going to have a very light bubble of air going through it, and then I'm going to try getting it going in there. This sponge filter is this box filter, I should say, with the sponge in it, is doing a lot better than I thought it would. It's collecting, as you can see, an awful lot of mulm, and I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, and then I'm going to try cleaning it and see how that works out. But I'm very happy with this. This is for one tool build. with a square lift tank. I mean, it's actually a very nice little filter, and it is inexpensive to build. So if you want to try building something, definitely give that a try, because it's no trouble at all. I wanted to show you this because it always amazes me how much larger the leaves get on Java fern when they're out of the water. I mean, that plant is just doing absolutely amazing. And yes, I do still plan on adding a lot more to all the other branches back there. It just never seems to happen. This is also doing well. The centerpiece I'm actually quite happy with. I will get to that, so hopefully sometime soon. And as you can see, these are the fry, the first and second batch of fry that I put in the pond. And they are, as you can see, full of life, very, very colorful and energetic. I'm actually quite happy about how this whole setup is working out. I do need to make a bit more room in here, because I put an awful lot of red Luigi in here, and it is, well, I need more space for the guppy fry. I want them to grow it well, and so I'm going to have to move those out to other tanks. I put 3 clippings in here of this rabbitfoot fern, and one of them is not really doing very well. I suspect it's not going to make it. The other 2 are doing really well, so I mean, 2 to 3 is not bad, so I will accept that. And as you can see here, red Luigi is growing even more now that's in here. Yeah, I gotta spread this out. I gotta give the fish some space. I want them to grow well, and if they get too crowded in there, it's just going to slow everything down. And you know, there's an awful lot of space in here for them to grow out, so definitely going to get to that relatively soon, because I do need to put some stuff into the large U-shaped paludarium. I want to show you this clip because I haven't shown you the 7-foot tank in a little while. I need to stop feeding the angelfish in this corner, because that's where they hang out all the time, hoping for food. It's just, you know, I tried to change my behavior, but and you know, in the morning when you get up and do something, it's the same routine you always do, and they're just sitting there waiting for their food. Between the 2 filters, the big brother and the little one, this is the one that's actually really good. This is the one I'm very happy with. As you can see, it's just filling up completely with Java fern, and you'll notice here in a second, you can see my hand moving there. I'm trying to move all the plants out of the way of the front so I can pan down. I haven't shown you the bottom part of it in a little while, and I'm going to do that. And that's actually doing really well too. So thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think of all this, and I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.